Leave your comments on the Ask Reddit sub, and I'll read your answers on the next episode of LWIAR 2. What are some slang terms a 50-year-old dad can say to his daughter to embarrass her? You ain't woke, fam. I'm too lit. Say that verbatim if you want her face to blush with embarrassment. Edit. 80% of the replies are asking what it means. In layman's terms, it means, you are not social aware, conscious as I am too cool. My 12-year-old daughter said that's what girls at school say who get in fights and pull each other's weave out. After consulting dictionary.com, I believe it can be translated thusly: you are not actively aware of systemic injustices and prejudices, especially those related to civil and human rights. My friend, stay under the influence of liquor or narcotics. 46-year-old mom here. I just texted it to my 15-year-old son and got, "Really mom?" as a response. Doesn't payback feel great? As a 32-year-old mom, I'm excitedly waiting for the day I can embarrass my son this way. Currently it is him embarrassing me. At the store the other day he yelled, "Mommy, those are what you use when you're bleeding," in reference to pads. The tables shall be turned. Ah yes, I remember walking down a mall with my 2-year-old as she kept yelling, "Mommy farted, Mommy farted," quote. As someone whose 3-year-old is absolutely capable of this, I laughed out loud at this until I remembered how karma operates. Edit. Grammar. 32-year-old mom of 14-year-old daughter here. Her response: somebody is gonna shank you if you ever say that in public. Haha. Plot twist, she is that somebody. Have you seen her toothbrush lately? I am uncomfortable with your username. If you think you're uncomfortable, imagine how I feel. BRB. Update. It was perfect. She turned bright red and put her head down and threw me out of the room. Please tell me this really happened. It's okay to lie to me. I really did it. I used about 10 of them and then the wife said, "Why you clocking me?" So we laughed at her for a while. Dear diary, my parents are so embarrassing! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark, quote. These days a diary is a Chromebook or iPhone. Now try it again with a dab at the end. Bonus points if you continue to do so until she stops you. Whip out some fidget spinners for maximum effect. While saying, "Gucci gang," 1,000 times in quick succession. Why did I sit here and count out 1,000 reps? I'm 26 and live alone. You just answered your own question. Lol, man, that was actually a great burn. I used the "you ain't woke, fam. I'm too lit" on my 15-year-old daughter. I'm 46. Her exact response: walking by without looking at me. I don't even think you understand what you're saying. Did you dub on her though? Tell her, I'ma keep it 100 with you. I don't. 3 comments into this thread and I'm already lost. Next time you see her with her friends, dab and continue to do it until someone says something. Then tell them that you and your daughter do that to say goodbye. And act like she's being too shy to do it in front of her friends. Edit. Say something about Tide Pods too. Kids nowadays love them. Edit too. Tide Pods are a type of laundry detergent. Some like to eat them or smoke them. Stuff like that. Some people have died because of it, so do it at your own risk. Dabbing is a dance move that looks like you're covering your face like you're sneezing with your other arm extended. Yes, I'm literally Hitler. Yes, Argentina is nice this time of year. Of course Adolf Hitler would recommended this. Too cruel. This is it. This is the one. It is savage. Man, I'm not really susceptible to embarrassment most of the time. But this would kill me even as an adult. I'm imagining my husband doing it and I'm dying inside. Apparently more adults die of eating Tide Pods than children. But that might have just been a really good meme. Yay, well I imagine not that many people eat children in the first place. I'm partial to saying, I'm finna pop a goog, instead of, I'm going to Google this thing. I've received mixed responses. In Australia, well at least in Melbourne, a goog is an ecstasy pill. I'm saying this from now on, regardless of who is around. Goog it, fam. I must have been about 18 or 19 when I was getting ready to go out with friends when my father asks, "Dad, what are you up to?" just going to hang around with your bum mates? Quote, me, WTF? Dad, what? You don't say that anymore. You know, bum mates. Your mates you bum around with. No Dad, no. We do not say that anymore. Maybe he was checking to see if you were straight or gay. Just standing up for the dad. This is the secret to the dad crap, standing up for dads you don't even know. Dab. I took my daughter to Lego Imagination Center a few days ago, and there's a place for Lego Ninjago that the kids were loving. There a guy there with a approximately 5-year-old son, and he's trying to convince his kid that he's a real ninja that went to ninja school. His kid wasn't buying it, but you'd got was selling it hard. I took my daughter over and said, "Sweetie, do you want to meet a real ninja?" and pointed to the guy. His son looked a bit confused and told my daughter how I met him in ninja school and that he was the greatest ninja they ever taught. That little kid lit up. "Daddy, you're really a ninja." The guy just smiled at me and said, "I would never lie about something this important." Of course I am. That kid is going to tell all of our friends that his dad is a real ninja for at least a month. Edit. Thank you to the 2 awesome people that gilded my comment into the thousands that upvoted is. Well, I didn't realize such a simple story would be so popular. But I'll have to share more. Please, keep your goofy dad stories pouring in. I'm loving the ideas for when my kids get older. The guy just smiled at me and said, "I would never lie about something this important." Of course I am. That's awesome. Good for you on making both the kids and the dad's day. Some pro-level dad moves going on right there. It's like an unspoken rule to help each other mess with kids. I have almost convinced my 5-year-old that I used to be Spider-Man. But his mother made me stop. Edit. However, he isn't completely convinced that he used to be a baby groundhog until we brought him inside and gave him people food. Edit to, thank you. Kind gilding stranger, my first gold. To clarify, my wife didn't make me stop telling him. She made me quit being Spider-Man. She also steals my hair at night. I'm balding. His usual response to our comments about being a groundhog is general denial, leading up to "I am not a groundhog." Quote, we agree, and correct him that he just used to be a groundhog. When our oldest was about 5, I brought a large egg-shaped rock home from a camping trip in Canada, and told him it was a moose egg. We couldn't keep it on a windowsill or by the heat register, or it might hatch. He started to take it to school for show and tell one day, and I had to admit to the story. I didn't think it would play out well in the classroom. Of all of the really funny things I've read today, your groundhog foundling child is the thing that left me giggling the most. I always tell my daughter, word, yo, whenever she wants me to do something for her. She doesn't ask me much anymore. Perfect. This guy dad. Yo, that food was fire. Been a minute since I saw you. Any chance you can throw, fam, in there do it. I love throwing out, I got you, fam, in a professional setting whenever I'm asked to do something. This is the finish line for dads. People, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I am salivating for the chance to be this kind of dad. 14-year-old son, 12-year-old daughter, your time will come. It is glorious. I wanna become a dad just to humiliate my kid when they get to be a teenager. On Halloween one year my dad wore one of those blow-up sumo suits. I was waiting with my friends to be picked up after school, and my dad pulled up, got out of the car in a fully inflated sumo suit, and started yelling my name. Say, lit, as in that movie was lit, great. I like to tell my students that things are lit AF, and then look at them and clarify. Ass, fire, cool, finger guns. Say lit AF. For maximum effect, say, as AF. As AF as frick. Even better, use lit to describe something pretty basic. Wow, sweetie, those cookies you made taste lit. Quote, warning, she'll be shook. I read this in a pirate's voice. Made me reread it. Was not disappointed. Wondering what she's up to today? Spice things up by saying, hey, what's Gucci fam? We're heading to the park, wanna join? It's gonna be lit. Chucking in AF after lit, and this is for sure one of the best ones. It's finna be lit asterisk for even better results. What in the world is finna? Is that when you miss the keys on your phone and autocorrect doesn't kick in? Finna equals fixing to, kind of like saying gonna equals going to. Is fixing to supposed to be English now? It's a perfectly acceptable way of saying going to, trying to, etc. in African American vernacular English, so it's not supposed to be English. It is English. While you're reading the paper, just quietly and slowly say, Gucci gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, GGG, in whatever tune you feel like. I'd recommend channeling Sinatra to the tune of Jingle Bell Rock. Holy crap, this is good. Your mom still live in a tent. Me and my grandma take meds. Try to mix match slang words as much as possible so you make her embarrassed for you. Girl, that handbag is Gucci lit. Do dabs tilde purposely wrong. Insist you're doing them right. Sweetie, this is how I saw them do it on the YouTubes. I guess I'll just wait for your friends to get here and I'll do it for them. They can be the judge. Do dabs purposefully wrong. Insist you're doing them right. Bonus points. I insist the act is called dapping. Drives my 14-year-old nuts. From now on, the act of doing dabs wrong on purpose is called dapping. This moment will henceforth be known as the dappening. Pack it up. This is everything the man needs right here. Poorly handled adoption of pop culture. Stubborn refusal to be corrected. And the insistence of getting her friends' opinions. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's embarrassing women. If there's one thing I'm great at, it's embarrassing myself in front of women. I would recommend calling it the U-book over the YouTubes though. Snapface, Tweetbook, Face Chat. Start calling everything she likes whack. Her hair, whack. Me, I am tight as frick. His foot stance, whack. The way he doesn't even like to smile, whack. Me, I'm tight as frick. When she gets upset, tell her she's being extra. Side note, it just means you're overreacting, which she will do after about 2 or 3 of these terms. Haha Reddit. And now my top post is about a term I can't stand. Thanks for the irony, Reddit. Then tell her that you're shooketh, that's she's acting this way. As you leave, just don't walk into anything. Edit. Backwards with a fidget spinner in your outstretched hand. Maybe bumping into the door jamb but never breaking the dab. No. Definitely bounce off the door frame as you're dabbing, take a second to recover. Then walk out, say nothing. Story time. My daughter was meeting a friend of hers before they both went to dinner with another friend of theirs for a birthday. They were about 14-15 at the time. I am walking my daughter towards the meeting place and we see her friend and friend's dad walking towards us from the opposite direction. This is on a busy mall area in front of a cinema complex. They run towards each other and start gabbing on like teenagers do. This is where the fun starts. The friend's dad and I look at each other, then burst out with a high-pitched scream and run towards each other into an enthusiastic embrace. Some of the comments we made are as follows. OMG, you look fab. Oh, it's all you, bae. What have you done to your hair? I love it, etc. We are both 35 to 40 grown men carrying on about how good the other looks and all the rest of it. The blood drained from both daughters' faces and you could literally see them thinking, just kill me now. It was glorious. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Edit. First gold. Thanks Reddit. Does that mean I win the internet today? Edit 2. The other dad and I know each other from a local church and we are both jokers. It was a cosmic alignment thing. On another note, I wore a top knot in public today to further embarrass them. Being a dad rocks. The combined high-pitched scream of 2 grown men is enough to turn a whole population of heads. That sounds glorious to watch. Be careful that doesn't stick. My daughter used to kiss her friend on the cheek when they would meet up. So of course my buddy and I started doing the same thing to embarrass them. I saw him the other night at a ball game and he kissed my 43-year-old scruffy cheek with no kids around. I'm pretty sure his wife thinks we're sleeping together now. Freaking hell, Greg. She is 14. Just you existing is embarrassing. Good luck. This is when you learn to pray. This guy parent. According to one of my stepdaughters, I was the greatest babysitter and the world's worst parent. Nothing like going from trying to get them out of the Disney princess dress to washing thongs and miniskirts. That last statement made this father of 2 boys very happy. They're both under 3 years old. Mother of 2 boys, 20 and 15. You will have to wash the smelliest, dirtiest, grossest clothes when they turn into teens. You will wonder what the hard blob is and then try to forget that hard blob. And I know they know how to wipe their asses because I taught them to, but you would never know. I'm talking eyes watering. Oh hell no. Clothes. I've thrown clothes away before because I just don't want to have to think about it too much. And the socks. The freaking socks. Where does the smell come from? And why are they always balled up and inside out? I have yelled until I'm blue and made them turn piles of socks back to normal, but it doesn't stop them from doing it again. That was me 3 years ago. Now I'm the lady listlessly walking though the house, turning socks and touching hard globs without even flinching. I don't even notice the stench anymore. Teen boy stench is my life now. I'm sorry for your future. Edit. Just realized I wrote a wall of text. Sorry. I've been traumatized. And another edit. I get it, people. My boys should be washing their own clothes. They are both really wonderful young men and both make good grades. Both my husband and I had rough childhoods. We both work really hard to provide for them and I'm not letting them frick up the clothes I buy. I have to go in public with them. Also, the oldest does wash his clothes, but I will grab stuff to make a full load when needed. Give yourself 5 more years. You'll wonder how anyone can stand to live in a home so quiet. Plus, it will seem to be twice the size without the endless hordes of kids running through. Suddenly food will go rotten in the fridge because it sits there too long to be eaten. And laundry can now be done every second week. I love that mine are now out and independent, but also miss them constantly. It's weird being a parent. Edit. Sorry for making so many people sad. It's not all sad. Adult kids are great fun to have around and they find new ways to challenge you. Only 2 pieces of advice: teach them how to do laundry. Everyone's, not just their own. And read to them every night you can from when they're babies until forever. We read A Christmas Carol on Christmas Eve as a family. Man's not hot. My 13-year-old daughters mistakenly showed this video to my husband. He now quotes it constantly and it is driving them crazy. That's a joke song, right? It was written by a comedian, and the rapper is a character. So you could say yes. But then again, he does perform it at concerts. That girl is a ruckus. Ike Boo. Big Shaq. Hold tight Asney. My brother. Big Ting. Hold tight my man, my guy. He's got the frisbee. Just call everything dope, lit, or ratchet and start calling her homie. Tell her she's on fleek all the time. Whenever I call something dope, my kids are all like, no mom, just no. Haha, this guy is a dopely lit savage. Just say, what up fam, then when they get mad yell, world star. Thanks for watching LWIAR 2. The best of all time r/AskReddit submissions and comments. If you like this video, check out the original LWIAR channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe.